So this is a deep fucking concept that no one wants to think about because then it becomes 11 dimensional. Is this? I remember when I graduated college, I moved to California, I had a very brilliant friend, and he would say this all the time. He's like, it's either the truth or no, bro. It's black or white. It's either the truth or not, right? And I remember I was like, no, that's not it. Truth has levels. There's levels to this. Truth. And there's higher truths and higher perspectives. A lot of people don't want to believe that because it'll make things a lot more complicated. But life is complicated. And so wisdom helps you discern and make good decisions on knowing what the higher truths are. Does that make sense? For instance,
Yes,
oh, go ahead, JJ.
I'm listening. No, you got it. For instance, what?
Pride versus boldness. Some people think, oh, I'm just being bold. But nah, it's pride. Next, faith versus lying. You know, what does the Bible say? The Bible said, let the weak say, I am strong. It says that in the Bible. Why?
Yeah, yeah.
Because that's faith. You're practicing faith. You're speaking it out into existence. But a lower truth, lower people would probably think, no, you're lying because you're not strong right now. And then another one is taking control versus trusting. Sometimes you got to take control. Sometimes you got to let go and trust. So when to know what's the highest perspective and what to do, that's wisdom. Because truths, it's not black or white. There's levels to this shit. That's why there's like consultants and all that, because they try to see higher truths and what you can do to get optimal results. And it's funny because even in the Bible, Satan was trying to fumble Jesus with his own Bible. It's in there.
Yeah.
He tried to come at him and he's like, yo, it says in the Bible this verse. And Jesus had to retaliate back with a higher verse. Because they're both using the same Bible. There's no devil's Bible. You know what I'm saying? Satan was using God's Bible. And he was trying to give him all these verses to make him stray away. But Jesus knew the higher truth.
I like those examples, especially the last one, because it was like Satan would pick a verse in the Bible that has one meaning, but then Jesus would automatically pick a verse that has another meaning that could be understood or interpreted in a higher way to let it be known that, like you said, that there's levels to the truth, but it's about the higher awareness of how to interpret the truth at the highest level. Because to some people, the Bible is really just religious. It's a religious text in one way, and they only see it from that truth. But I think it's a blessing to be able to look at it from the other perspectives and not only have a one-dimensional outlook on the truths that it offers. It's got multiple truths. It's not just a one truth book, I think. And so I think it's cool that you use the Bible today. There's a lot that can be learned from it, even especially outside of religion. So I think there's a lot of truths that you can take away from it in total.
Yes, sir. Like I said,
Well,
even if we look at it as a non-biased textbook, we can still get a lot out of it. What's up, Raul?
I was going to say, I'm like some of the most scholarly people on the Bible tend to be people who seem to take a real interest in it. It's kind of a weird conundrum. It tends to be an atheist. Like there's a lot of atheists who will be able to quote the Bible better than some people who've been believers their entire lives. but then there's that fine line. It's one of those things where it's like you understand, there's that wisdom that you have to understand within that realm of the religious portion of it. But I mean, that doesn't make it any less true at times. Like, especially when you're reading through Proverbs, when you're reading through a lot of the stuff that's going on. It's one of those, like DJ said, it's got a lot of truth in it. And there's a lot of different ways to cut things up in there and to review them in a certain way where you can say, hey, I can read it like this, or I can read it like that, or you know what, maybe I'll just read it like this too. And that might be heretical to some, but we're not talking about it in a religious aspect. We're talking about it in a, let's go ahead and share knowledge aspect. I think that's one of the cool parts about that. And a lot of old religious texts is that you can dive into the faith side, or you can dive into just the truths of life that have been going on for ages. It's wild. And it's good that you're using that, man. It's actually pretty interesting.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. I knew you guys would like this.